The Independent National Electoral Commission says it will allow prison inmates to vote during elections. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, the United States doubled its bounty on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, who faces federal drug trafficking charges, to $50 million on Thursday, a move Caracas described as pathetic and ridiculous. Washington, which does not recognize Maduro's past two election victories, accuses the South American country's leader of leading a cocaine trafficking gang. At number 9, the Premier League has officially ended its partnership with LGBTQ charity Stonewall, bringing the long-running Rainbow Laces campaign to a close. The move signals a shift in how the league approaches inclusion as it prepares to launch its initiative focused on LGBTQ History Month in February. Launched in 2017 by the Premier League and originally introduced by Stonewall in 2013, Rainbow Laces aim to promote LGBTQ inclusion in football. At number 8, in a sweeping disciplinary action aimed at reinforcing professionalism and accountability, the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board has approved sanctions against dozens of officers of the Nigerian Correctional Service. The move follows the conclusion of a review into 231 disciplinary cases brought before the board. A total of 15 personnel were dismissed for serious misconduct and violations of service regulations, while 59 officers were demoted after being found guilty of breaching professional standards. At number 7, the Kano State government has approved the release of 1.3 billion naira for the conversion of the Gaya Orphanage into a female drug reformatory institution, as well as the construction of a standard transit center in Gaya local government area. The Commissioner of Information and Internal Affairs, Ibrahim Waya, made this disclosure while addressing a news conference on the outcome of the 30th State Executive Council meeting on Friday. At number 6, prominent human rights lawyer Femi Falana has condemned the unlawful detention and assault of human rights activist and Sahara reporter publisher Omoyele Sowore by the Nigerian police force. In a statement on Friday, Falana described Sowore's treatment in custody as a violation of constitutional rights and demanded an immediate investigation into the alleged abuse. Falana insisted that officers who allegedly tortured Sowore must be held accountable under the Anti-Torture Act of 2017. At number 5, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, has donated 15 million to Malikia College of Nursing Sciences and Intisharu Tawfuzu Quranic School in Bauchi State. Obi made a donation to the two schools on Friday in Bauchi during a visit. The news agency of Nigeria reports that Obi donated the sum of 10 million naira to the nursing school and 5 million naira to the Quranic school. Speaking at the Malikia College of Nursing Sciences, the presidential hopeful said the nurses have been playing a vital role in the country's health sector. At number 4, organized labor in the Taraba state has set Monday, August 11th for the statewide strike under the aegis of the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress. The union said their decision followed a resolution reached at the meeting of the Joint State Administrative Council on August 6th. This was contained in a press statement jointly signed by NLC Chairman Peter Jadiel and TUC Chairman Sule Abasu. At number 3, the second tranche of the outstanding 35,000 wage award arrears to federal civil servants has been paid, the federal government said on Friday. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, in a statement in Abuja, said the government had earlier paid 1 month out of the initial 5 months outstanding arrears. In a statement signed by the Director, Press and Public Relations, Bawa Mukwa, it added that with the payment of the second tranche, there remain 3 tranches to be exhausted to settle the wage award arrears. At number 2, the Nigerian Union of Teachers Lagos Wing has accused the West African Examination Council of culpability in the malpractice recorded in the West African Senior School Certificate Examination and claims the examination body is aware of platforms where questions are leaked. WAEC, which recently released the 2025 WAEC results, attributed the failures in the examination to the body's stringent measures to curb malpractice and claimed it discovered it during the marking of the script. At number 1, The Independent National Electoral Commission says it will allow prison inmates to vote during elections. INEC Chairman Mahmood disclosed this on Friday while receiving the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Sylvester Wankuche, at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. Yakubu affirmed the judgment of the Appeals Court, granting inmates the right to register and vote in any elections. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.